Right now, whether you like it or not, we are living in a brain rot epidemic. It has never been harder to stay disciplined as it is right now in our world. ChatGPT, TikTok, doom scrolling. We don't even have to rely on cooking our own food or going to even pick up a takeaway because we can download an app that can do that all for us. We're constantly trying to find new ways to stimulate ourselves. And this constant need for dopamine is what is killing your discipline. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you 10 ways that you can become more disciplined, preparing yourself for the new year or for the winter arc. So let's get started. Firstly, what actually is discipline? In the Oxford Dictionary, discipline is defined as training of a people to obey rules or code of behavior, punish them if they do not obey, but also it's the self-control needed to achieve a goal. So discipline is simply the self-control that we need to have ourselves to be able to achieve certain goals. Now, how do you actually become disciplined? The first thing you have to do is reset your dopamine. So because of this constant overstimulation we have within our world, we need to make sure that our dopamine is not constantly needed to be topped up and we are not constantly searching and craving extra dopamine. So some steps that you can take to reset your dopamine baseline is try to eat at least one of your meals, ideally all of your meals, without any distractions. When you are eating food, that gives your brain dopamine. When you are watching TV and YouTube, that also gives your brain dopamine. So if you are doing both of those things at the same time, you are overloading the amount of dopamine your brain is getting, and so leading you to constantly want to search for more. So by eating meals without any distractions, you are resetting your dopamine baseline because you are focusing on one source of dopamine at a time. Do not go on your phone within the first hour of waking up. This is not only so bad for our dopamine levels, but it's also really bad for your cortisol. If you go onto your phone straight after waking up, you're going to spike your cortisol and not set up your day for a good start. You're also getting immediate blue light exposure, which can put your body into more stress than it needs to in the morning. Instead, focus on getting morning sunlight for at least 10 minutes within the first hour of waking up. When you go on walks, when you go on the bus, when you go on any public transport, try to not go on your phone. Try to actually absorb your surroundings. If you're on the bus, look out the window. Literally just sit there in silence, because boredom is actually key to making sure your brain stays healthy and for your brain's longevity. So having these moments of silence, going on silent walks with no phones, no distractions, going on public transport with no phones, no distractions, will help you reset your dopamine baseline and also help you regulate your nervous system. My next tip for staying disciplined is making a set morning routine. So create a set morning routine that you follow every day no matter what, even on the weekends. So this can be exercising for at least 20 to 30 minutes, sunlight exposure, reading 10 pages of a book, and repeat those 3 habits every single day. This will help your brain recognize and realize that if you're disciplined enough to have an established and set morning routine that you do every day, it's going to give your brain the realization that you can do the same for the rest of the day. The next thing is setting clear and specific goals. You can't just wake up one morning and decide that you are going to be productive that day if you don't even know what you're going to do to be productive. And even if you say, tomorrow I'm going to record a YouTube video, actually tell yourself clearly what YouTube video you're going to film, at what time of the day, and how long it's roughly going to take you. This way you are establishing a clear set goal for yourself and you are actually making it part of your schedule. If you just say and put it out into the open that you're going to do it, the likelihood of you doing it without actually setting clear specific ways in which you are going to achieve that thing are very small. My fourth thing is making a to-do list. This is key if I want to have a successful day. Every single morning I will sit down, I'll have a cup of tea, and I'll go through what I want to get done for that day. And I'll put little tick boxes next to every single thing I want to get done, because every time I tick it off, that gives me a little dopamine boost that then gives me more motivation to want to complete the rest of the to-do list. For example, this is one of my to-do lists. I literally write them every single day in my journal and I go through and I tick everything off. What you can do is even put the smallest little obvious habits that you do every day no matter what on your to-do list. For example, I work out every single day. I do my red light therapy, I do meditation, I read my book every single day. But I still include that on my to-do list because I know that the action of ticking it off is what's going to motivate me to want to complete the rest of my to-do list too. Because you're getting that boost of dopamine that you actually completed something already, making you feel much more satisfied and good with yourself. My next thing is set an alarm and stick to it. If you set an alarm and you keep pressing the snooze button, you are allowing your short-term comfort to override your long-term goals. So if you make sure that you get up as soon as the alarm goes off, you are making it known to yourself that your goals matter more than your short-term comfort. First start to the day, that first alarm that starts your day and signals that your day has begun. It's so important that you actually follow through with your schedule and with your scheduled time of waking up, to make sure that you signal to your brain that you achieving goals is more important than being lazy and staying in bed and pressing the snooze button. My next tip is waking up with the intention that this day is going to be my best day. So every single day, wake up and tell yourself, today is going to be my best day. I'm going to live today as if it were my last. You want to be ending every single day proud of what you accomplished that day. If you end the day knowing that you could have done more, knowing that you could have used that time watching Netflix to learn something new or work on your business or do some schoolwork, it's not a nice feeling. You want to be able to end every single day proud of what you have accomplished. So by starting your day telling yourself that today is going to be the best day, you are manifesting it into reality. You are telling your brain, you are telling your subconscious mind that you are going to do everything within your power on this day to try and make it the best day. And if you wake up with the intention to make every single day the best day, you will stick to your habits, you'll be disciplined, and you'll stop ending every single day with the regret that you could have done more. The seventh thing is daily movement. Daily movement is a non-negotiable. Whether this is even just a 10-minute, 20-minute walk outside, make daily movement a non-negotiable. Ideally, you should be trying to get at least 20 to 30 minutes of exercise in daily. If you are not moving, if you are not prioritizing exercise and movement, it's going to be really hard for you to stay disciplined because your body is just not going to be performing at its optimum level. If you are constantly sedentary and not moving and sitting the whole time, you are slowly killing your brain. Your brain needs exercise, your brain needs movement to be able to work optimally. You need to have resilience to be able to increase your weight and push through every single workout, even if it feels hard. And this resilience that you build through going to the gym and this discipline you build by making going to the gym a habit is going to pass on to other areas of your life. If you are resilient enough to get through a whole set of weights, to increase your weights, do it even if it's hard, it allows you to pass on those lessons you learn at the gym to other areas of your life, because that's what I found has worked for me. My eighth thing is habit stacking. So wherever you can, try to get as much habits in one time slot as you can. For example, I usually read my book whilst doing grounding outside in the grass, and at the same time I'm getting sunlight exposure. That's 3 key habits that I'm doing within the same time frame. And through habit stacking, you are being disciplined without actually putting any more effort into your routine. You don't need to find any extra time within the day if you are habit stacking, because you can get multiple things done at once. Another way I love to habit stack is doing my red light therapy and at the same time doing a 10-minute meditation. The ninth thing is creating the right environment. So not only the right physical environment, but also finding the right people for your environment. If you are surrounded by people who are not disciplined, who snooze their alarm, who don't go to the gym, who don't prioritize daily movement, who don't eat healthy, you are then significantly increasing your chances of being like them. So try to find other people who are disciplined, who want to achieve as much as you want to achieve, because you're going to find it motivating within itself by just watching those other people achieve their goals and do their habits to do your own. And also your physical environment. If you know that you are more productive within a library, outside of your home, I don't know, in the park, on a bench, try to prioritize being in that environment and try to find times where you can go into your most productive environment and get all your most important tasks done within that environment. And one thing I always do is when I know that I have to focus and I have to be locked in and productive for a certain period of time, I will literally take my phone and lock it in a cupboard somewhere away where I cannot even see it. It has actually been scientifically proven that even just the presence of your phone laying next to you, you don't even have to be using it, but even just the presence of it and it being in your eyesight can decrease your productivity tremendously. And my 10th, probably the most important thing to help you be more disciplined is sleep. If you do not prioritize getting enough sleep, and that is around 8 to 10 hours for women, 7 to 8 hours for men, you physically will not be able to be as disciplined as you'd want to be. For example, if you want to start eating healthier, just one night of poor sleep will significantly increase your hormone ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, and increase your insulin resistance. So you are sabotaging your own ability to want to achieve your goals. So if you really want to prioritize achieving your goals within your life and being able to actually physically be in the state to do so, you need to be prioritizing your sleep. Sleep is when recovery takes place. Sleep is when restoration takes place. And if you are not able to think clearly, make proper decisions, it's going to be significantly more harder for you to actually stay disciplined. Those are my 10 pieces of advice for you to try and be more disciplined within this winter arc area of preparing yourself for the new year 2026. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please leave a comment down below and stay tuned for next week's video. Thank you for watching. Bye.